Borussia Dortmund have rejected Chelsea's first official offer of Callum Hudson-Odoi or Tammy Abraham plus cash. It has been official. It's been confirmed by Sky Germany. We'll be delving into all the reports. Things are intensifying. This Haaland news is not going away. Every day, new news in terms of updates. Are Chelsea finally going to get their man? We'll also be speaking about Marc Guéhi. He's about to complete his move to Crystal Palace. It's imminent on a permanent move, not a loan move. Again, it's a massive shock to the Chelsea fan base. We'll be speaking about him. And finally, we'll be speaking about Tammy Abraham, who's of course acquired interest from both Aston Villa and West Ham. Or could he be involved in the swap deal for Erling Haaland going to Borussia Dortmund? But before I do get into all of the news, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and comment down below your thoughts and opinions on each story that I do speak about. But without further ado, let's get straight into this news story. Starting off with Erling Haaland once again this morning, broken by Sky Sports Germany. Borussia Dortmund have rejected Chelsea's proposed offer for Erling Haaland, which included a part exchange involving Tammy Abraham or Callum Hudson-Odoi heading the other way as part of a deal. James Robson has confirmed that Dortmund are bracing themselves for another Chelsea bid to make a firm move for Erling Haaland. Big stuff, big stuff. And of course, we know that Real Madrid are one of the top clubs expected to go for Erling Haaland next summer if he remains at Borussia Dortmund. But of course, he is Chelsea's #1 target. If Chelsea fail with Erling Haaland, the first choice does become Romelu Lukaku. We'll be speaking about that in a moment, of course. And again, as I said, things are really starting to intensify. Things are really starting to intensify with Dortmund. Now, there are some conflicting reports with this official bid. Now, as I said, Sky Sports Germany confirmed that Chelsea have actually placed their first official bids, being of course Tammy Abraham or Callum. So let's clarify things, let's make things specifically clear here. It's not both Callum and Tammy, it's one of them. So Chelsea are giving the option to Dortmund. You can either have Tammy plus cash or you can have Callum plus cash. Now, I'm going to give you guys my thoughts and opinions in a second. So if you break down the financial deal, it's most likely going to be Tammy because, of course, Tammy is not in Tuchel's plans. It will be Tammy plus cash, of course. Now, there were rumours a few weeks ago, especially a couple of months ago, by Ekrem Konu, a Turkish journalist who writes for various Italian publications. He said that Chelsea actually placed an unofficial bid at the time. It was all informalities of 70 million euros plus Tammy. That was squashed at the time. It was squandered. Now, the reason why I'm saying this could have some legitimacy behind it is because a few weeks ago, Matt Law released an article that Chelsea have actually looking to involve Tammy Abraham in a deal going the other way. That's why I'm saying that let's not think it's just rumours, because a tier 1 journalist like Matt Law, who's of course got his connections and sources within Chelsea, he is the best journalist when it comes to news. Anything Matt Law states, you have to take it as legit because he actually has got his connections and he is 99% right. He is right 99% of the time. So he said at the time there were potential rumours that Tammy Abraham might be going to Dortmund. Now, as I said, what's really shocked me here is the fact that Callum's been involved. And this is why I'm inclined not to believe it. And I'll give you guys why. Callum Hudson-Odoi is, for me, in my personal opinion anyway, he is the best youth player the Chelsea Academy that Cobham have produced ever in the entirety of its history. Callum Hudson-Odoi for me. And I'm not saying in terms of his performances so far. I'm talking based on pure technical ability and pure talent. Callum is the best product we've produced. You know, he's gone straight into first team. Think of it this way. Callum has made it at Chelsea without a single loan move and without a transfer ban. He made it purely based on his talent and technical ability, which a normal academy graduate should. That's how they should flood into the first team. He was extremely rated by Maurizio Sarri, and of course Thomas Tuchel loves and adores Callum Hudson-Odoi, and I mean that genuinely. Tuchel adores Callum. He's in his plans. Callum is in Tuchel's plans, and Tuchel's already spoken that he would like to transition him into like a Mbappe Neymar, because you may laugh, but Callum actually has that potential. His ceiling is unmatched. He has a fantastic ceiling when it comes to level, talent and technical ability. And I'm telling you, it really is Callum Hudson-Odoi's season. So I don't see this being legit at all. I don't see this being legit at all because Callum, as I said, is in Tuchel's plans. Why would he go the other way when he's in Thomas Tuchel's plans? It makes no logical sense. It makes no logical sense, and it makes no financial sense whatsoever. So for me, I do see Tammy potentially being involved, but I don't see Callum being involved whatsoever. So any of you guys that love Callum, don't worry, don't panic. For me, it's nonsense. It has to be nonsense. For me, I do see it being realistic for Tammy to go the other way. And the main question is, do Dortmund want Tammy? I'm sure Tammy would love to go to Dortmund because Champions League football is still playing at a high level. It's a new challenge, a new country, an easier league for you to stat pads. It makes a lot of sense. So from Tammy's perspective, from Tammy's view, I'm sure that he would love to go to Dortmund. However, from Dortmund's view, I'm not sure that Tammy would be their first choice personally. You know, Tammy, as good as he is, I know that he's not in Tuchel's plans. He's not exactly Erling Haaland, is he? So let's be serious now. I'm not sure if Dortmund are that interested in Tammy Abraham, so I don't see this really materialising. If I'm being honest, the only way I see Chelsea signing Haaland is going to be straight cash. And as we've confirmed, Dortmund have officially rejected that first informal offer of Callum or Tammy, according to reports, according to Sky Germany, plus cash. Now, they haven't actually mentioned how much the cash is. We know that we've heard whispers here and there. I'm assuming it might be around, you know, 90 to 100 million plus Tammy. But anyway, it's been rejected. So what we can conclude from this is the first bid has been rejected. But one thing I want to state here and make things clear is this is good news. It means that the ball is rolling now. The dice is rolling. Finally, all this talk, all this debacle, all this rubbish you've been hearing, finally the wheels are in motion now. Things are starting to move with pace because, you know, we're starting to end, the Euros has ended. We're now coming closer to the start of pre-season. We're coming closer to the date of the Super Cup. We now want to get the wheels in motion. Hopefully it means now that bids are going to be put in place, and the first bid has already gone in, which is good to see. Yes, we know it's been rejected, but as I keep stressing before, it's all about testing the waters. So for me, let's wait and see what happens. I still personally think that Haaland will happen. I'm very optimistic for the deal. I'm not overly confident because, of course, it's football. We know Dortmund's stance and position. They're reluctant to sell. They're adamant. They want to keep Haaland. But I think the aggression showed by Roman, the aggression showed by the Chelsea hierarchy as well as Tuchel, I think we will get Haaland just over the line. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But moving on as well, staying within the striker department, Tammy Abraham. Now, I spoke that Tammy was potentially involved in a deal going to Dortmund for Haaland, but of course they've rejected it. Now, what does this mean for Tammy's future? If we sign Haaland with Giroud on his way to AC Milan, Tammy again will be surplus to requirements. I'm assuming Tammy will also be shifted. Now, according to Sky Sports, Aston Villa and West Ham are keen on signing Tammy Abraham on loan or permanently this summer. Chelsea value him at £50 million. He is the most keen to move to the Hammers. Now, this makes a lot more realistic sense. You know, Tammy, as good as he is for his growth and development, he needs first team football. Is he good enough to start for Dortmund right now? I don't think so, especially when you're filling in Erling Haaland's boots. He's not that type of player. And, you know, he needs to get consistent game time, which will he get at Dortmund potentially? But I don't think the Dortmund will want to rely on Tammy throughout the whole season as first choice. So I think Aston Villa / West Ham is more of his level, where he's going to get consistent first team football for his growth and development. Let's not forget Tammy's still young. He's still got areas that he's got to brush up upon in terms of attributes and characteristics. But he's still a valuable asset. He's still going to bring his qualities to the team. He still can add another dimension to the squad. So I still find it strange that Chelsea still value him at 50 million. Let's not forget he's been exiled. You know, clubs know that Tammy is not valued by Tuchel. Clubs know that Chelsea want to get rid of him. So, you know, valuing him at 50 million doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. We'll be lucky to get 40 if you ask me personally. I think maybe 30 to 35 is a lot more realistic. But 50 million is a lot of money. And there's a lot of strikers on the market where you can pay that money and, in my personal opinion, get a better player than Tammy. So listen, if Chelsea get 50 million for Tammy, then I want to know what the other clubs are smoking. You know, they got to send me over whatever they're smoking, because for me, as good as Tammy is, he's not worth 50. It's as simple as that. Now, as we know, West Ham are most keen. I spoke about him yesterday that Tammy's good friends with Declan Rice, and he would, of course, it makes sense logistically because he would stay in London. He stays in the Premier League. West Ham have got Europa League football, so he's also got European football to look forward to. So it makes a lot of sense. The main question is, are West Ham or are Aston Villa going to be coughing up the money? That's the main question. In this economy, in this pandemic, who knows? Especially we know with West Ham, they've got their financial difficulties. We don't know what's going to happen. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. But let's move on to the final story, and that is Mark Guehi. David Ornstein, of course, correspondent for The Athletic. Crystal Palace are close to completing the permanent signing of Chelsea defender Mark Guehi. Medical is due to be done today. Chelsea have a sell-on clause and matching rights on the future move. Guehi's market value was expected to be around 15 to 20 million pounds, and Chelsea have managed to negotiate a sell-on clause and matching rights on a future move. Now, this has sent shockwaves to the whole fan base today. And personally, for me, I've been shocked because, you know, he had a fantastic loan spell at Swansea last year, and we all thought that he was going to be back into the frame. Yes, we knew that he wasn't going to start, but we thought he would play some part, whether that's playing League Cup, FA Cup. He would be in and around the squad. That doesn't seem to be the case. Now, I'm not angry. There are some fans that are really angry at this. And what you need to understand, and I need to tell you guys this as well, that anyone who's angry about this sale is, you know, at the end of the day, Chelsea also need to run in terms of as a business. We need to make profits. We need to make revenue. You know, how do you think we're going to be affording earning Haaland? We are talking stupendous, astronomical wages and money. You know, we're not going to pluck money out of our arse. Yeah. We need to churn the money out. We need to bring in money from somewhere. And that's going to come from the business model of our academy. It has been run like a business since Roman's come in. We've sold academy players for, you know, 5 million, 10 million, 15, 20 million pounds. We've sent them on loan countless amount of years, as of course, accumulating money loan fees across every single year consistently. It's a business model. You know, Chelsea operate as a business. By bringing in money, it's a source of income. By bringing in money from the academy, that allows us to reinvest back into the squad, into the first team, so Chelsea can become successful. I don't see why there's a massive uproar now. Some people are going to say that's fine, that Mark Gay, he was one of the best. He's not going to get game time, is he? We've got 4 quality, experienced centre-backs on the cards. He was going to be 5th choice. He's not getting consistent first-team game time. So for his career, for his development, there's no point him staying at Chelsea this season. It makes no sense whatsoever. And one thing I have to say is, if you're good enough, you'll make it. It's as simple as that. One thing people need to understand, as harsh as it is, this is the reality. Not every youngster is going to make it at Chelsea. Please understand this. Chelsea are an elite European football club. We only want the best, yeah? Callum made it because he was one of the best. As I said earlier in the video, Callum is the best youngster that Cobham have ever produced in terms of talent, technical ability and skill. Yeah, and he made it without any loan moves, straight because he was so talented and gifted. Yeah, same with Reece James, same with Mason Mount. Some players just don't make it. Yeah, this is something you have to accept. Now, this doesn't mean that they're rubbish players, but Chelsea is the creme de la creme. It's the pinnacle. We have one of the best academies for a reason. It will go to Crystal Palace. He will play first team football, which is good for his career. He will develop, move on to a bigger club, and he will still fulfill his dream of being a footballer. There's nothing wrong with this, but it was unfortunate that he didn't make it at Chelsea. Now, in terms of fee, this benefits all parties. Mark Gurley gets first team football, Crystal Palace get a quality centre-back, and Chelsea get a good £15–20 million to reinvest back into the squad. Simple as that. I don't see why there's a massive uproar. That's just my personal opinion. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see all of you guys for my next video. Peace.